working for TAMU, I think for the past 16 years. So my field of study is criminal justice. Although for the past, I don't know, maybe 8, 9 years, my, I guess, ability to teach arts and sciences, which I am now, I was chair of the Department of Social Sciences. So because of administrative roles, I don't teach as much as I used to. But I've taught classes, regarding the death penalty or human trafficking, just different things in criminal campus. I think there's about 7 or 8 departments, including also the planetarium that I oversee, the Stags Academy for early college, high school kids. TAMU. So as of a year ago, I think the garden was moved. Supervision of the garden was moved to my purview. So now I'm trying to supervise that and trying to get that off the ground as well. So stuff related to all the departments and majors within the arts and sciences world, which could be anything from biology and chemistry, math. So that's really what I manage here at the university. And I'm excited that a little bit of time to start learning things.
Welcome and thank you again. Highly regarded by everyone I spoke to, and just everyone was like, no, it should be a great addition to the board, and also interested is what I heard. So we're lucky to have you here, and we will figure out the process as to how exactly we go about adding you on the board. And if you'd be so willing, we'd love to go through that process with you.
Okay, so Priscilla has joined up, so we now have.
Call the meeting to order at 1:56 p.m. Anyone want to go through the Pledge of Allegiance? Okay, next item is we'll be skipping the Pledge of Allegiance. We'll be going through roll call. Guillermo, I believe, already went through the roll call. On to public comments. Is there anyone from the public that would like to make any comments?
No, sir.
Okay. And moving on to the approval of the meeting minutes from the last meeting. Is there any comments that you would like to make? Please review quickly.
Okay. Make a motion to accept the minutes.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
I second.
Okay. Guillermo seconds. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, moving on to the president's report. Just wanted to say, great work, Jose, on all of the projects you've been doing, the press, the weekly sessions. We're seeing a lot of that, the education. I'm glad you're getting into the grants. I'm going to try to give you the most time here, to try to catch up here with kind of what's going on with the grants, with the I think some of the feedback I've been getting, that's kind of what we're giving most importance to right now, right? We have a lot of education. We have a lot of different elements. You've been able to jumpstart these things. We're seeing the gardens harvest. You're starting to get sales from the farmers markets. You're creating great collaboration. Now, we want to focus for the next few weeks and for the next few months a lot on financials, right? Self-sustainability. Presentation to council will be coming up soon so that we can continue to move this organization forward. So I'll give you the time to present that today, as much time as possible, and kind of what your plan is for doing that. Separately from that, I just wanted to discuss the Slack group that I'd like to create so we can continue moving these projects outside of meetings in a legal way. So we're creating a group that's under quorum on Slack for us to discuss. If you'd like to volunteer for that, please let us know. So far, we have some names just maybe of interest, but please send me a message on WhatsApp if you're interested, and or by email, and we can discuss who should be on there. What the idea is with the Slack group is to have some board members from here have some from the Food Policy Council, have any external partners be able to quickly and easily collaborate with us on the multiple projects that we have. And then we can discuss them here in these meetings, have any votes or discussions. Alternatively, we couldn't have something on our website. It's just more broad based, like the community members inputting. So those are things that we can discuss on Slack and in these meetings. But with that, really want to spend most of the time on other topics. So I'll end my report with that and move on to the secretary's report. You're on mute, Guillermo. You're on mute, just so you know.
All right, can you hear me now? Good. Okay.
Yeah.
It all worked out for the best. I was sharing the wrong screen. So, okay, this is what I wanted to go over today. Just want to talk about three things: the Texas Open Meetings Act, board procedures, and discussion regarding membership and vacant positions. On the Texas Open Meetings Act, I went ahead and I sent a link to everybody's email. Like I said earlier, I just need to have a copy of everybody's certificate that you did watch the video and it has your name and stuff like that. I don't know how often you have to watch it or submit that certificate, but we as a board need to have one on file from everyone. And it's probably a good idea just to watch that video every year so we can all be a little bit more familiar with the rules regarding Texas Open Meetings. The next one is board procedures. So by our bylaws, all powers of corporation shall be vested in a board of directors, which is us, consisting of 11 directors subject to the oversight of the city and as otherwise provided in the bylaws. So these are the 11 positions that we have as board members: health representative, parks representative, environmental service. Let me go to the next one. And we have two vacant positions. The first vacant is the planning and zoning department. I called planning and zoning and they didn't want to make a move until July 1st when Orlando Navarro starts. So I think at that point I'll speak to Orly and see if he wants to join the committee or if he wants to have somebody else do it. Roger is the economic development and incentives advisor. Bobby's a restaurateur. Mike Des, private food sector. Morgan is the local urban agriculture and sustainability advocate. Priscilla's from Farmers Market. And Ceci is the apiculturalist. We also have a vacant position from the academic sector. Now, I went to a presentation last week in City Council chambers, and what they want us to do is everybody who is a board member should fill out this City of Laredo application for appointment to boards or commissions. I don't have anybody's application because we were all grandfathered in. So what I'm thinking is everyone should fill one of these out. And I emailed that to everybody, and we would just have it in the secretary's files so that we have it and we're running the board like we're supposed to. And all this does is just, gives the board a little bit of information. I file it with the city secretary and we're good to go. And as such, what we need to do today or possibly discuss is action regarding membership in vacant positions. The academic sector is the only vacant position that we as a board can make any sort of action on today. So, So we need to have a discussion if we want to nominate someone, if that someone wants to take the position. And at that point, then I need to take that, submit it to the city secretary, and it's just going to be submitted to city council so they can be aware. All this I learned last week at the little training they had for liaisons for city boards and commissions. So what that also told me was that we didn't do this for Morgan when she came on. So I'll talk to them and see how they want to do it, and we can kind of just, maybe do an annual reestablishment of the board members. So that way, at least we're on record that we're doing things by the book. The next one is talking about attendance, which is probably very timely today. Committee members shall automatically forfeit their appointed position for failure to attend 4 regularly scheduled meetings in 1 academic calendar year, irrespective of whether said absences are excused, unexcused, consecutive, or non-consecutive. And vacancies that occur before the end of the director's terms shall be filled in the same manner as appointments made pursuant to Article 6.2. And Article 6.2 says, basically, it says if somebody leaves their position, we have to fill it from the same position that was written out in the bylaws. So in a nutshell, that's my little presentation for today. So, Mr. Chairman, I pass it over to you to see if you would like to have any action regarding membership.
Yes, I mean, I think our obligation, is to, I think with Ceci and Coach, I don't know what sort of obligation as a board we have, but I'm pretty certain that, that threshold has been met. And therefore, we probably have an additional vacancy with Ceci and or Cecilia, and with Coach, I don't know if he's met the 4, hopefully not, but if so, then I would hope that Victor could take his place, and I know he's been having more discussions with Jose anyways. What do you think we should, or how should we move forward?
I agree. I don't think Coach has met the 4 yet, but I'm more than sure that Ceci has. However, as chairman, you can kind of decide if you want to reach out to her and have a discussion with her, or just kind of want to start over. I don't know how easy it would be to find another.
If I have the option, I just want to make sure that I'm respecting state laws and our bylaws. But if I have the option to reach out to her, I would always rather speak to our board members first, and give everyone that respect. And so I'll reach out to her personally and kind of see what's going on. And if not, we can look for someone else to hopefully join us. Maybe somebody from the Food Policy Council. I know it is specific to apiculturalists, so that's an endeavor. But in terms of
it could be another local urban agriculture and sustainability advocate. So it's really anybody.
Okay.
So if somebody from the Food Policy Council could probably fill that role.
That would be perfect. I'm thinking maybe I'll think of some names and then kind of feel it out. Okay. If anyone wants to nominate anyone for the board as well, please reach out to me, and happy to take that in and talk with them. And actually, as such, having Dr. San Miguel today, I would love to nominate her and go through this formal process. And now that we have quorum, if we need a vote, then I would love to nominate Dr. San Miguel to our board for the academic sector representative.
That was a motion?
I don't know if it's a motion. Do I need a motion?
Yeah.
Or can I? Yeah. Okay. So in that case, I motion to nominate Dr. San Miguel to our board for the position of academic sector representative.
Second.
I'm not too sure, but I don't think the chair can make motions. They can entertain motions.
I think she's right.
So if someone else wanted to make the motion, then we could second it.
Again, we want to
make a motion.
Yes, I'll make the motion to nominate Dr. San Miguel as the academic representative for the Laredo Center for Urban Agriculture and Sustainability Board.
I second.
Okay, so we have all those in favor, say aye. Any against?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you, Dr. San Miguel. Welcome to the board.
Thank you so much.
I'll reach out to you, Dr. San Miguel, and get all the info. If in the meantime, you can please fill out that form that I emailed to you, we'll be good to go and we'll send it to the next city council meeting.
Okay, will do.
And that concludes my secretary report.
Okay, thank you. And so just finishing that off, I'll reach out to Ceci, and then can somebody reach out to, or Guillermo, can you reach out to Coach to see if he can formally pass on the position to Victor so we can avoid that process of fourth person, or what do you believe is the best?
Yeah, I'll talk to him about it.
Okay, great. All right, moving on to the treasurer's report, Bobby.
Okay, go through it really quickly. Aside from the expense of executive director, there was, we had an expense total of $189.34. It was $100 went to a radio spot for La Raza, and we got some roses, about $40. $39.96 went to get some roses, and we had a banner made for $46.08. Deposits came in at $926. That's a combination of donations and produce sales. I withdrew $100 to give to Jose to use for change at the farmer's market, and we have a current balance of $83,184.63. And that concludes my report.
Great. Is that the entire cash balance, including salaries and everything?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Any projected income so far aside from farmers markets and non-designated sponsorships? Or, okay.
Jose he reached out to me yesterday for that information, bank information for grant purposes. Okay. And I gave that to him a few minutes ago with the PO box as a remittance address.
Okay. All right. So I guess volunteer report. I know Morgan's not here, so we'll skip through the volunteer report and move on to the executive director report, so that we can touch a little bit more on that as well. Thank you, Jose.
Okay, thank you very much, Roger. Yeah, let me share with you my report. You already have it. Green box. Okay, let's go ahead. Yeah. I'll go over some of the activities that we have right now. We are getting ready for the June meeting for the Food Policy Council. Our gardens are looking good. We have had some heavy rains in the past weeks that translate in great harvest, but also the unwanted weight comes back faster, right? Our harvest season continues. We have 9 months in a row participating with the farmers market. And last time in May, we sold $610 worth of produce, plants, and flowers. Our next participation is scheduled for June 19. We postponed the health market that was scheduled for the 29 because of the rain. So far, we have had 6 sessions in our gardening course. Our partnership is working great. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, we have a partnership with Texas AgriLife Extension. And here are important dates in June. Our Food Policy Council meeting to be announced. Our next class is this coming Saturday. This coming Saturday also we will have a visit from LISD teachers and the Rio Grande International Study Center. We will have a tour and they will join our class and we'll have a fun time this coming Saturday. Our next farmers market 19. Okay. In terms of donations, we got some pallets from the Laredo Regional Food Bank 2 weeks ago. We're gonna build a tree-bin system to make compost right in Casa Cancel. Let's talk about sponsorships and grants. Back in May, I applied to a couple of sponsorships. One at HEB Community Investment, and the other one Tractor Supply. I specifically requested sponsorship for the course that we are developing right now. I requested in cash or in-kind donations. I also applied to the National Garden Bureau therapeutic garden grant. This is a small grant. It's about $5,000 available, and it will be divided between three gardens that they select. So it's not a big grant, but I mean, it's a grant. Now here I have a Stanley Smith Horticultural Trust. It's a good opportunity. I requested eligibility, and we're approved. We are eligible. I'm working on a letter of inquiry. I have a deadline to submit it in July, and we may request up to $20,000. So I'm working on that letter. Eligible organizations whose letters are found strong, they will be invited to submit a full proposal. And also we have two grant opportunities, two federal grants in the scope that we are eligible, but we may want to consider our participation. And I have some comments here. Our pre-work is almost done. These opportunities are available through grants.gov. These are two USDA grants in two different agencies. One is the Agriculture Marketing System Service, and the other one is through the Agriculture and Office of Urban Agriculture and Innovative Production Office. So we created a DUNS number through their system. They successfully checked our IRS and validated our information with their system. I still need to input our bank account information that Bobby just gave me a few minutes ago so that we can have an active workspace in grants.gov and start working on those two grants. Now, here I want to suggest that we can create a subcommittee with individuals, board or non-board members, so that we can commit to actively work and develop these two projects. We need to achieve a strong, competitive, and compelling submission because these are federal funds and this is good money. For example, there are two types of grants. One is planning and design. Those grants usually fund between $10K to $250K for 2-year programs. And the other type is implementation and expansion, and they usually fund between $250 and $1 million for 3 or 4 year projects. We have to demonstrate that we have a network. Funders don't just fund good ideas; they fund effective organizations. We must show evidence that we have a existing community and industry support, and we have to demonstrate through letter of commitments and partnership. And we should also demonstrate that we have a diverse set of partners, that we can connect public and private sectors. We have to focus on diversity, equity, inclusion, resilience, justice, food justice. And in order to create these partnerships, we have to consider our narrative, but also budget. Some of these grants require matching funds, 10% or 25%. You get to choose, because if you choose 10%, your funding comes from one source. If you choose 25%, your funding comes from other sources. We have to have a letter of support, and letter of commitments with our partner organizations, and that's it. Right now, I know we have next week. I'll get together with the food policy team to start working on that that grant about the one that is called Regional Food System Partnerships. This is the program that we can apply to and get funding to develop our food system in Laredo. We have a due date of July 6th for this other grant, Urban Agriculture Innovative Production. We have a due date of July 30th. And that's all for my report.
Thank you.
We are one step away from having our active workspace in grants.gov. I just need to add that bank account info, and that's it.
I saw Viviana and some of the Able City and Food Policy Council was starting to contribute some comments on that. Just in general of the application, is there anything that you need immediately, or any things that you see as a barrier to submitting a successful application immediately? I know you talked about needing some general help, but so that way we know what type of committee you need to help support you in this.
Well, normally, in my experience, I work in TAMIU in two grants in several capacities, and we normally see this projects as a team effort, not as a one-man effort. So we need 3-4 people working together in order to get all the partners, in order to get all the information, all the requirements, because we need to input lots of data.
So if I will, Jose and Roger, if you all need, volunteers or help. So I have experience with grants, doing grants or applications to grants for ever since I joined, TAMU. So, and successfully been awarded grants before. So I have a grant right now that just started with the National Science Foundation on STEM education, and another one with the Department of Education, again, for STEM education. But I have a variety of experience with grants, grant narratives, grant budgeting, letters of commitment, everything that you said, the DUNS numbers, stuff like that. Obviously, we do it through TAMU, but if you need any help, I'm here, so feel free.
Thank you.
Yeah, that would be incredible. I mean, some success, as grants are not the easiest thing to do successfully. It's easy to submit one potentially, right? But to do one successfully and actually generate the funds, $250,000 in some of these is something else. And thankfully, we have the funds to match some of these grants. 10 to 25%. We'll have to make the decision together. But yes, I mean, I think these grants are coming up already. You think you said June 30th on one of them, or July, Jose? When are the deadlines again for the 2 grants that you're discussing?
July 6th for the food system, regional food system, and July 30th for the urban agriculture.
Yeah, these are moving quick. So yes, we would really appreciate that.
These were published a few weeks ago. This type of grant normally get funded in March, April, but this time they publish until May.
We're gonna have to move really quick. So maybe this next week, is there any volunteers aside from myself, Dr. San Miguel, and Jose who would like to be involved in this process?
Yeah, definitely. You can count me in. I'll help out any way I can. Proofreading, or if I need to get some like the city grant writer to look over a certain section, or add some expertise, we can definitely make it happen.
Great.
Hi, Roger. This is Priscilla. I also did want to mention, because I have been talking to Jose a little bit, and I haven't given him enough of my time, unfortunately, because our workload over here has been a little bit busy. But I I just want to say I can be here as much as I can. I don't want to commit too much because of the workload that I have over here right now. However, when it comes to partnerships or, letters of, partnering with each other with the farmers market, whatever you need from me as far as that goes, please count on me. Just let me know when you need it, what you need, and you have us to partner with you or participate. One of the things that I did talk to Jose about was just a partnership with the matching funds. I don't know how that would work for Main Street, but any other way that we could help, we're here too. So whatever we can do, just let me know what you need from us and letters of support, whatever it is, we're here.
Fantastic. Thank you, Priscilla, for that. Definitely, everywhere. I think those letters of support are going to be big, especially, I think we do have a lot of support. And as we've been seeing with the Food Policy Council, it's really been bringing us together. And especially with the farmers market, we've been, it's a place of distribution for the food that we've been harvesting, and we're already seeing success in actuality of selling harvests. And so that'll be big, and I appreciate that input. And I'm noticing, Jose, I think, I don't know if you accidentally logged off, or did he mention anything to anyone?
No, I think you did accidentally log off. That's not like him. There he is.
There he is.
No,
It was
I got disconnected.
no worries. Yeah, I wanted to wait for you because, okay, so what I wanted to ask you is to really help us organize, right? Like Priscilla mentioned, everyone's running organizations, and everyone's or Priscilla's been active with her organization. Everyone's busy, right? So please help us organize what you need specifically in a way that we can easily contribute to those things, whether that's by sections of the grants or just I think you know us pretty well, and kind of where we can most likely contribute. So then please structure it so that by next week we can start setting meetings for these particular things and not turn it into a 3-hour session. Trying to mix everyone in together. So yeah, if you can organize it, I think you've heard from the board today that we're all more than willing to help you out. Just help us out with the time element so we can get you exactly what you need in a short time.
Perfect. Yes.
Great. Is there any other comments around funding or grants or anything else that y'all would like to see kind of happening over the next few weeks leading up to council?
Roger, if I could make, it's not for funding or anything, but if I can make a comment on his executive director report.
Yes.
I just wanted to say how amazing Jose was at our last farmers market. I mean, he was coming back and forth from the garden to restock, and we had such a really good turnout. It was amazing. We were able to collaborate in the sense of he got some radio spots. He gave us one so we can go out there and promote the farmers market, which in turn brought back really good sales for this organization. And it's just that type of partnership and thinking that's really going to help not just LCUAS and the garden, but also the farmers market also. So we're really appreciative of that, and just his willingness to be very open and flexible with our online sales and how things go. Things change from one moment to another, and he's always willing to be there. So I just wanted to kudos to him and his team. The volunteers there were also very awesome, and letting people know where the produce was coming from. So it was a really great turnout, and we're excited for this next month.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. I mean, earlier in the meeting, I mentioned, Jose and I have been talking weekly, and I sing his praises to him all the time because just his green thumb also is incredible. What he's been able to harvest, and I mean, selling $700 of produce in a week or in a month's harvest is not something that you just get one day to the next. And so he's been working, and the volunteers have been working for such a long time, and hardship after hardship right now with the snow, snowstorm. Yeah, the rain out, and I saw the photos from how everything was uprooted. I mean, just talk about not making it easy for you, right? So, yeah, thank you for your resilience, your incredible communication with all of our partners, and I appreciate Priscilla bringing that up, and it just shows, how what great work you're doing. So, thank you, Jose.
Thank you. Thank you for your words.
Well, with that, I think we've come to the end of the meeting. So, I know there was a Food Policy Council partnership report. Karen usually contributes those, but if anyone wants to speak to that, or now we can move on to adjourning the meeting. Or actually, I'll leave one more moment for last minute comments. Anyone feel there's anything we need to discuss? Okay, great. So I'll reach out to Cecilia. Guillermo will reach out to Coach. Jose will send us kind of what he needs and organize as much as possible how we can contribute. Is there anything that we need to do for Dr. San Miguel? Just the board applications, everyone needs to do those, right? Guillermo? Okay, so if we can have one sent to her for sure, then we'll all submit those. And so said, please keep working on funding. So, as you hear the numbers every month start to dwindle. So let's make sure that that's the eye on the prize right now. And if you all need anything else, please let me know. We will be creating a Slack group if you want to be a part of that. We do have to limit it just for quorum's sake, but if you're interested, please let me know and we'll add you on there so we can talk more regularly about building these projects quickly with external partners. So with that, would like to adjourn the meeting. Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Make motion to adjourn?
Second.
Get them all seconds. All's in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Yes. Motion carries. Thank you all very much. Have a great afternoon.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.